Hi. I know this isn't something I normally do, but lately a subject has come up that's very important to me, so I thought I would share it with you, kind of in a face-to-face, pseudo face-to-face kind of way. I wanted to talk to you guys about a subject very near and dear to my heart, which is comic book superheroes. And I want to talk to you specifically about one of my top 3 favorites, which is, well, you'd be forgiven for thinking Captain America because it's true, but I'm not talking to you about Captain America right now. I'm talking to you about Spider-Man. As you may know, Spider-Man's been hitting the news lately because of a new event happening within the Ultimate Spider-Man storyline. For those who don't know, and I'm sorry for the spoilers, but in Ultimate Spider-Man, they killed off Peter Parker. And then it was announced yesterday or the day before that there would be a new person to take on the mantle of Spider-Man. And to the shock of the entire comic book world, it's some kid we've never heard of named Miles Morales, a half-black, half-Latino boy. And to no one's surprise, or at least not to my surprise, comic book fans have gone apeshit. There's a whole article out there dedicated to just the kind of comments this story has been getting straight out of the gate. Like, you know, you got, like, comic fans just going crazy, like, you know, why does everything have to be politically correct now when there's a black Spider-Man? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna... He should probably steal things with his spider powers because he's black. It's just horrible. Like, it also just shows a complete lack of knowledge about the character. And, you know, just blatant racism. But it's now gotten to the point where even Glenn Beck, yeah, you've heard of him, right? Glenn Beck is now decided to weigh in on this whole Ultimate Spider-Man issue, and that's kind of why I'm here, because I really want to share my thoughts on that with you. But first, let me play for you the audio just so you guys know what I'm talking about. This is Glenn Beck talking about the announcement of Miles Morales being the new Spider-Man.
And this one is half Hispanic and half black. Do I care if he's half Hispanic, all Hispanic? I don't know. Half black, half... I don't care. I really don't care. Half gay, all gay. I don't really care. I don't care. It's a stupid comic book. However, what I do care about is the fact that I think a lot of this stuff is being done intentionally. What was it that Mrs. Obama said before the campaign? Because it's strange how so much of this seems to all be happening. Where she pointed out that we need to change the...
And Barack knows that we are going to have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
We're going to have to change our conversation.
Yeah.
We're going to have to change our tradition. Our history. We're going to have to move into a different place.
That seems to fit, doesn't it? It does. And I know this is just one stupid example of it, but really? We now have a half-black, half-Hispanic gay Spider-Man? Okay. Now let's move on to the next one.
Do you understand what an absurd conclusion that is to jump to? First of all, I don't remember Brian Michael Bendis saying anything about the new Spider-Man being gay. But that's not even the point. That's not the point. I should commend Glenn Beck because, you know, that's probably like one of the least racist things I've heard about this whole thing, but like it's still just absolutely absurd. Playing politics is one thing when it comes to political matters, but when you're taking something as insignificant to political discourse as Spider-Man, I think that's a little crazy. That's the kind of thing that conspiracy theories do. They try to find all these patterns that don't actually exist. And it's really sad. Very, very sad. But it's kind of funny too. So yeah, Spider-Man. Listen, I should also point out, if you don't know, Ultimate Spider-Man is a completely different book than the mainstream Amazing Spider-Man books. They take place in two different universes, okay? So if you're confused about Peter Parker, don't worry about it. Peter Parker, is still Spider-Man, and everything you probably know from the movies or the cartoons, or if you've read a little bit of the comics, that's still in play. Ultimate Spider-Man, is doing something, takes place in another universe, where you have much of the same heroes, but like, it's more modern, and they're able to tweak the storytelling, kind of like basically to present all these characters in brand new ways. And I think that's really important to take note here, is that Ultimate Spider-Man is in no way treading upon what's been established by Peter Parker, and the years of Spider-Man mythos that we all know, and I for one love. This is I've said this before. This is a new chance for writer Brian Michael Bendis and Marvel Comics to take the Spider-Man mythos in a brand new direction without shitting on anything they've done previously. Personally, I'm not all that big on the Ultimate Universe, so my enthusiasm isn't as high as some people, but like, I just fucking hate racism, man. I think it's ridiculous. I think this displays a real problem in this country, this great country of ours, where there's still a huge lack of empathy, and there's racism, and people just have these knee-jerk reactions to things that are different when it comes to race, and I think that's really sad. And and as someone who loves superheroes, I think it's really sad that their stories and their messages have to be diminished because of trivial little things like race. I mean, it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. If you're a superhero, it's all about your heart and how you put yourself out there. And I really would be happy if people wouldn't lose sight of that. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening.